Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully, it's going to warm up this week, so maybe be able to shoot some videos outside today. Just want to talk about retirement burnout. Is it a real thing, and people really go through it, and how you can avoid it? Well, the pitfalls of retirement burnout is and things to look for is that when you start to feel exhaustion and stress, maybe you're worried about money, maybe just bored. What typically happens is that we have a transition that happens when we go into retirement, and there's a lack of structure. The structure is what we've been doing for so long in our jobs. It's really hard to give up having a schedule every day and then going back to doing what you want every day. There's a huge difference there. It's been our identity for so long that we don't realize that without it, we feel like we don't really have much. So some of the things you can do to resolve that is, first, you got to re-identify what your purpose is. Redefine what retirement's going to be for you. Define what your interests are and your passions are. And maybe now's the time to pursue those. One of the reasons I started this YouTube channel is I wanted to have something, a hobby to do, something to pursue, an interest of mine that I've always kind of wanted to do and talked about. And now I have something to work on. So it's given me something new to work towards when I go into retirement and getting better at this. Some of the other things you can do is volunteer your time. Maybe there's a dog shelter that needs help. I can tell you the animal control shelters always need people to come in and help them feed and care and play with the dogs. Maybe some homeless shelters in your area could use some help. In the soup kitchen, that kind of things. You can volunteer to tutor kids from the local schools. I know math and reading are huge issues with kids still today. So they always need tutors. And I can tell you at my work, they actively recruit people to volunteer to do that for kids in the local high school. So, and maybe it's just identifying some new hobbies and interests that you might have. Maybe you want to start doing puzzles. The other day I talked about my wife loves to do Lego things. It's a new way to do a puzzle without it being a puzzle. It's kind of fun. You get to create something in the end. You got to think about it. You got to follow the directions. You got to pay attention to what you're doing. It's pretty cool. Another thing that we need to touch on is I think you need to maintain a healthy routine as well. And that should include doing some walks every day. It should include doing some physical activity of some kind every day. A body at rest stays at rest. A body in motion stays in motion. So you want to kind of be a body in motion, especially as you get older, because the only way to keep up that flexibility and the ability to get moving around is to do it. You don't want to be a person who always needs help out of your chair. You don't want to be somebody that's going to have to get a bed that lives to help you get up out of bed because you can't get up on your own. So constantly working at leg strength, especially core strength, learning to and practice getting up from off the floor. Those are all vital things because the more agility you have and the more muscle strength you have, the more you'll get to move around. Some other things you can think about doing is engaging in different social activities. Maybe you like to play pool. Maybe you like to play shuffleball. Maybe it's pickleball. Maybe it's cards with your friends. Maybe it's golf, but golf can be an expensive hobby. So consider that, especially if you've never really played, you want to get into things that are going to cost you a lot of money all the time, because then you're going to go through that worry. So that's the last thing we need to do right now. What we're trying to do is find a way to ease and adjust into retirement and avoid burning out and avoid regretting retirement. All right. And then, of course, I think having your financial plan and security in place will make a big difference for you too, no matter who you are. Knowing that you don't have to worry about money or running out is a big thing. So keep that in mind at all times too. And some of the things you can do for that, if you're worried about it and can help you with the burnout, is to maybe find a part-time job to help you get a social circle again, get out from underneath the boredom, gives you a little walking around money. Like my dad used to say, here's, $10 walking around money, but it gives you something else to do. And then when you're getting your financials in place, make sure you go to a certified financial planner and make sure that you're set to do the retirement you're looking to do. Okay. And last but not least, I think it probably should have been first, but the key here is you've got to maintain a positive mindset, because as soon as you start getting down in the dumps, that's when the blues are going to come in quickly and the burnout can hit even harder. So one of the things you can probably work on is exercising can help you relieve some stress. You need to exercise mindfulness. You need to be expressive of your gratitude. Maybe think about keeping a journal. And one of the things I would suggest with that is keeping a gratitude journal where you just name a few things every day that you're grateful for. Number one, when you're in retirement, be grateful you're retired. Number two, be grateful you got up that day, because every day is a good day. I know that sounds kind of silly, but it's important to be thankful for the fact that we're still alive and getting to enjoy our days. Okay. And then always, always, always celebrate the milestones as much as you can, whether it's another year retired, it's grandkids' birthdays and special events. Make sure that you still have meaning in your life and purpose to be happy and celebrate. Those are all pretty good things and all good reasons to help you out of the burnout, help you stay out of the blues, and we don't want to get that. All right, as always, thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like or a comment. I appreciate it. It does help the channel a lot. Just trying to reach more people. So I do appreciate you. Thanks.